Welcome everyone to the 23rd episode of Unboxing Stories. This is Shivam Hasurkar. It's said that do every work with dedication and sincerity. You will definitely get what you are aiming for. Today's guest is one such sincere friend of mine. Please allow me to introduce Ninad Kire. He has completed his computer science engineering from KIT's College of Engineering in 2021 and currently working with Persistent Systems as a software engineer. This guy is very much polite, sincere, and self absorbed. At first, he was a bit reluctant in doing this podcast, but we all know there is always a first time for something. Today was one of the first time he has addressed something in open, and after the recording, he said to me that it definitely did boost his confidence overall, along with bringing all the people who have lot to say. My motto will also be to include people who do not express much but have a lot to say, and certainly in some way help them to gain confidence in public speaking. Let's get right into this simple episode with him.
Thank you for having me on this podcast.
Yes, it's my pleasure to have you. We have been planning this for a very long time,
Yes.
but due to some unavoidable circumstances, we were not able to record your episode. But yeah, finally, I have got you. And let's go through all the experiences that you had throughout engineering. So I want to begin. Why did you choose to come into a specific branch of study, which almost I believe like lakhs of students take every year, engineering. So why did you even decided to come in the same field?
From the very beginning, I had interest in science and technology.
Hmm.
So naturally, I took engineering.
Yeah.
And since I was having interest in internet and like technology stuff, so I decided to take computer science engineering.
Oh, nice. Basically, what the way I remember you, you were from the diploma batch, and we all came through directly 11, 12 standard and to first year and 4 years of engineering. Basically, you had 3 years of engineering, we were 4 years of engineering. I believe that 80% of the engineers who come to engineering colleges, maybe more than that, go through the 11, 12 standard path.
Yes.
Why do you choose to take the other path? How was it beneficial for you?
When I passed 10th standard, like taking engineering was like I have fixed like I need to take engineering.
Definitely.
So instead of going through the 11 12 standard path and
Okay.
giving competitive exams like CET, JEE,
JEE and all
I
that.
decide I thought like it will be beneficial if I take diploma because after diploma we get directly admission into engineering.
Yes. But
And
was it like beneficial in terms of uh, curriculum? Cause yeah, if we are thinking about it, 11, 12 standard, what we studied was physics, chemistry, maths.
yes.
Nothing else than that. And that too, sitting here right now, I can see that the chemistry or the physics that I studied was never applied anywhere unless I am willing to go into research field or something like that. So, which was not my aim. Was it beneficial to take diploma? What was the curriculum for diploma?
Actually, when I took a decision to take diploma instead of 11th and 12th, at that time, taking diploma was quite popular,
Oh.
which is not the case right now.
Hmm.
Yes, it is true that the curriculum of diploma is very similar to that of engineering.
Hmm.
But after doing diploma, I feel that like it could have been better if I would have chosen the
11, 12
other
standard
path.
path. Why
Yes.
so?
Because like in diploma, although the subjects are very similar, but at that point of level or when you are just out of 10 standard, at that point you don't have that kind of maturity to understand those subjects.
Okay.
And although diploma has a very similar curriculum, the level of subjects and overall the course doesn't expect students to be like to take those subjects,
The
to
concepts.
understand those subjects to that depth.
Yeah, I got it. But dividing in those 3 years, what were you taught on actual basis? Like you had decided to choose computer science engineering itself. So you took relating subjects in diploma?
Yes, I took information technology
Okay.
major in
Mm-hmm.
diploma because like various colleges have their like different curriculums. Like
Yeah, got it.
some colleges have information technology, some colleges have computer science.
Hmm.
So like uh, the curriculum remains mostly same.
Okay, but what was throughout those 3 years of engineering?
So the subjects were like in the first year was common for all trades.
Okay. Hmm.
Like we get regular subjects like maths, physics, chemistry,
Basics.
yes,
Hmm.
basic subjects,
Hmm.
even English and all.
Okay. Huh.
So after that, we were like having basic programming subjects like C, then HTML, and after that we were having C++, Java, basic data structures,
Okay,
and
but
even
hmm.
by the end of like second year and third year, we were having subjects like distributed systems and
Oh, that would be tough then.
yes,
Because these were subjects for us were like in third year.
yes,
And still we were not able to grasp each and everything from
yes,
those
yes, yes.
subjects. Those were like the hardest subject we ever had.
Also, we were having those assignments and all that we had to write
Hmm.
like several pages
Hmm.
long.
Hmm. Hmm. It wasn't relevant, but
Yes,
it wasn't that helpful.
yes, yes,
But do you think somewhere like after going through 11, 12 standard, the competitive exams, like you said, CET or
yes.
JE or any other CET for any other state, let's say, and going through diploma, what do you think has the higher chance of getting a better college? I believe that going from diploma, there are a very few number of students who take diploma, scoring high percentage and getting into IITs or NITs through diploma. Maybe, I don't know.
Yes. So like even if you're having like even if you want to study or like even if you want to go in depth,
Hmm.
then what happens is that like when you are doing diploma, after some point of time due to these assignments and all these submissions and all, uh, and even the subjects are having very theoretical,
Yeah.
like the subjects are very theoretical.
Hmm.
So what happens is that like most students end up like just mugging up all the subjects and
Okay. Hmm.
just doing the study only for the sake of exams and for
Scoring marks.
yes.
Hmm.
And as the subjects are very theoretical
Hmm.
and you have like proper descriptive papers, it
Okay.
becomes very difficult for it becomes very difficult to like score good marks
Hmm.
because like you don't have any like MCQ questions
Yes. Yes.
when you take diploma like amount of so as compared to the CET or JEE, so like when you are taking diploma the your scope becomes very narrow.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, when we did 11, 12 standard, uh, comparatively, yes, we were like open to everything.
Yes.
Even after 12 standard, we could go to any other different branch if we had changed mind or something. But in 10th standard, once you decide, no, you want to go for computer science engineering or let's say mechanical engineering, then you'll take diploma major that in that way. And then you have to follow the same major in engineering also. So in at the age of 16 itself, you have to decide that which field you want to do career in, which is a bit like hard to do. Yeah. So overall, the diploma journey seems to be fruitful, but it depends again,
Yes.
person to person. Yeah. Moving on. What were your expectations? You already had these subjects that we had for second year and third year of engineering, data structures, object oriented programming, and all this in diploma itself. So you had a built up a base of, let's say, engineering in your diploma itself. What was your expectations before joining an engineering college directly? Were
Like
there any expectations like I'm not going to study anymore or I'm going to enjoy engineering or academic wise?
like everyone sees in like sci-fi movies or so,
Hmm.
like we expect that after completing the engineering course like we will be able to like hack some social media
Yeah.
networks or like we will be able to
Hmm.
create a startup or so.
Yes.
So initially I was thinking the same, But like as we continued the engineering journey, so the reality started hitting.
Right. Yeah, you came in with the expectations that after 3 years of second, third, fourth year of engineering, you'll be able to hack anything. Okay. But yeah, how was your first year of engineering and our second year of engineering? Because we are already had gone through first year of engineering, which was combination of all the fields of engineering itself. Civil, there was one subject from civil, electrical, mechanical, production, biotechnology, and all these subjects, even from CSE, IT, one subject, and then physics, chemistry, maths. So M1, M2, M3. We had gone through this, and you directly came in the second year. That too a bit late. I guess second year first semester starts from like June, July first week or second week or so, and you guys join in a bit late, that is September first week. There are already groups are formed, and when you come in, do you feel a bit like left out or new to the city kind of
Yes,
thing?
definitely. When we joined engineering in direct second year,
Hmm.
it was very difficult for us for the first couple of months to get.
Along with everyone,
Yes,
and that tag DSY,
yes,
direct second year,
that tag was there with us since
throughout
till
engineering.
we passed out.
DSY. But do you think joining directly through that diploma course in the second year was advantageous for you? Because second year, I guess we repeated the subjects that you already did in diploma.
Yes. So like as we did the diploma, so most of the subjects that were there in the second year
Hmm.
were like we had already done with those subjects. But one difference that I noticed is that depth of the subjects was higher in engineering as compared to diploma.
Hmm.
Even basic subjects like C++, and even data structures and
Yeah.
all. So those subjects were having higher depth,
Hmm.
and like the points that we or the chapters that we never completed or never even studied in
Okay.
diploma
Hmm. Hmm.
were
Hmm.
like very important in engineering.
Oh. Hmm. So we were kind of at the same level
Yes, but
to
like
just say.
since we completed diploma, like we were having a little advantage over there because we already were accustomed to the like assignments and all those
Hmm. Hmm.
submissions.
Oh, in that sense.
Yes,
Nice, nice.
and also since we were having some experience of programming, it was
Hmm.
better for us to learn like advanced subjects and concepts because like
Okay.
other people were not having enough understanding.
Few people were really struggling to
Yes,
get through those subjects. Basically, Unix was kind of one subject which was really tough, and then, as you said, operating systems was okay. But in third year, the subjects that were there, compilers and all those things, that was tough for us,
yes.
and a lot of us struggled mostly. Mm, Going on, like, what do you think when you entered the college in second year directly? And in terms of, let's keep academics a bit aside, to get along with the entire class, how much did you had to struggle? I remember it might be happening with every batch. The DSY students would make their own group. Of course, definitely. And even like,
Even like we were having a separate batch,
that's
like
what I was going to say.
S4, I think S4 or
S4, B4, I
yes,
guess. And this happens because already the roll numbers are given up,
yes,
like to name wise, and you don't get a chance to mix with those. If at all you guys were divided in the entire batch, all throughout all four batches, it would have been helpful. But you guys were created with a different batch altogether.
and actually the worst part of that batch was that like we were like in that batch there were only the direct second year people
Hmm.
and the dropped out students.
um, Backlogged students,
Yes,
the students who had got a year back.
yes.
Okay,
So all those
okay.
YD students were there with us. So like naturally teachers were also not very enthusiastic
Hmm.
when it came
Got it.
to like practical of our batch.
Oh, okay. This was a bit. I didn't understand that ever. So yeah, what is your opinion like from the knowledge that we get inside a classroom and outside the classroom, and what difference does it make overall in your in career basically?
Basically, the knowledge that we get from like attending classes and all is like very low as compared to the knowledge that we get from like practical hands-on experience.
Hmm.
Mostly because in lecture, like there are so many students out there, and most of us are not in a uh, are not simply there mentally. Most of us are like simply there say for the sake of attendance
Attendance.
and like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
If you see like the knowledge that we get per hour, or like if
Hmm.
we do some such kind of calculations, then like attending classes and all is not much
Beneficial in terms of
beneficial.
everyone.
Yes, but yes, if your teacher is like very motivated, and if the teacher is trying hard to like
Hmm.
teach students,
Hmm.
then in that case it might be different story. But
Yes.
since like the number of students is large, then
Yeah.
that is the pain point.
Even in a class of like, let's say we had 60 students in each class,
Yes.
everyone's intellectual capacity is different. Some may be on a very base level of what the concept is being taught, and some might have already done that in at home or in some other way. So everyone's, all the 60 students, everyone's intellectual capacity is different, and the teacher should ideally teach from being perspective of college. They should teach the basic level, because everyone in the classroom should understand what is being taught. So there comes a limitation that the students who have already known the topic, let's say data structures or object oriented programming,
Generally first benchers.
generally first benchers, so they feel left out a bit, that why to pay attention, we already know it. Considering that if we are studying alone or with a limited group of people, we can study more than what we can uh, grasp through a 1 hour lecture basically. But yeah, do you think like this more practical oriented or application oriented, as you said, is being followed nowadays? We were from autonomous college, and comparing autonomous and university pattern is like ages old. So this was more beneficial to you, or do you think it should be more application oriented?
Yes, there are some subjects like operating system or like compiler construction. So such topics are like theory oriented.
Hmm.
So for teaching those kind of topics, like a lecture is a must. So like we cannot do any practical for that.
Hmm.
But for subjects that are practical, like programming languages or
Yes.
like such subjects,
Hmm.
so those subjects like should be only taught in a lab, or like where students are getting a hands-on experience.
Yeah.
That, because like for us also there was lectures of C and Java
In class we
in
used to
class.
write program. I saw people writing programs on pen and paper.
So
uh,
like that like distracts like.
it's a disconnect
Yes.
basically. Got it. um in general, to keep up with the current trends, like the curriculum of a college is, any college in India is not designed to be um, keeping up with the trends that industry is following right now. We are taught all the basic subject and the age old subject. Like, let's consider, for just for example sake, the programming languages we are taught: C, C++, Java, and Python. That too in very shallow level. We were not taught Python in a deep level too, which is currently one of the most trending languages, accepted by many, like used by many projects throughout companies, multinational companies. And there are few more languages which are like oriented purpose oriented, but are currently in way more trending status than these age old languages. So, what do you do to keep up with these trends like big data, Web3, cybersecurity, all these things? What do you follow?
Although languages such as C, C++ are like age old,
Hmm.
but it is very important for a student to learn them because like
Of
they
course, of course.
provide like the basic fundamentals.
Conceptual knowledge.
Yes. So once you know those subjects,
Hmm.
once you are like familiar with them, then you can like uh, instead of like being dependent on external entities like college or university, like we should like learn by ourselves
Self
by
learning. Hmm.
yes by using like tools like YouTube.
Hmm.
And even like if you want to take courses, you can like there are so many platforms available.
Yeah.
Even we can take like paid certifications and all.
Of course, of course. Any specific channel that you follow from YouTube? Anything on top of your mind?
Like there are numerous channels, but
Hmm.
the most recent channel that I used is like it is coding with Harry or something.
Oh, I have
I
heard
don't
about it.
remember the exact name.
Harish, I guess.
Yes, yes, the
Ah,
name is Code with Harry.
okay, okay.
I completed a few playlists of
Hmm.
that channel for
Hmm.
React
Oh,
and web
nice,
development.
nice.
But there are so many channels like
Okay, I got it. Uh, Due to this lockdown phase entirely and COVID phase, uh, most of the world has shifted to online platforms. This Coursera and Udemy all got a trend up like rose like anything in these periods. So, how was lockdown for you? What did you do throughout those uh, major 8 months? And entirely, if considering we spent almost like 1.5 year of engineering last at home itself. So, how was it for you?
when the lockdown started, we were like very happy and like we were like
No exams.
yes. But like later, as time passed on, like
Hmm.
we started getting serious about it.
Yeah.
Like since colleges are all were closed, I had to start learning myself.
Hmm.
Initially, I did some projects in Android
Oh, nice.
along with because as there were no lectures, like
Hmm.
there was a lot of time available.
Yes.
So I did some projects.
Hmm. Through this self-learning,
Yes.
Coursera or Udemy or
And even
YouTube.
if you are not following any tutorial or such
Hmm.
on YouTube or any platform, even going through the documentation of uh, any platform that you want to build,
Okay.
say Android
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
even
Hmm.
React,
Hmm.
that will help you because when you see the actual documentation,
Hmm.
like you get like a lot more understanding of that particular platform.
Definitely. After this lockdown phase, we directly, when everything moved on to online, and we had to face our placements entirely, interviews, coding rounds through this online mode itself. When basically after those brief 3 4 months period where everything was shut down, no one was doing anything. But after that period, everything resumed, but not physically in a online mode, and we directly had to go into placement to get to secure a good job. What was it for you? Like, even mentally, how was that phase?
Even because of lockdown and all, like we were not feeling that kind of
Going back to college, or in
yes,
that studying mentality
like
was
the
gone.
kind of pressure that
Hmm,
students
hmm, hmm,
feel
hmm.
for physical interviews.
Yes. Hmm.
Like we were not having that kind of
Pressure. Got it.
yes.
How was your placement journey?
So the placement journey was quite simple for me.
Hmm.
Initially, I remember that uh, we gave that hack with Infi
Yeah.
test.
Hmm. Hmm. I know.
So after that, like I was referring some platforms like
For coding, basically.
yes, for coding I was like using platforms like Hacker Rank, and Code Chef.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and for companies like TCS and even Infosys, the coding rounds were like very simple as compared to like what we expected.
Yes. Basically, what do you think about data structures, which is the key important thing in a placement journey?
Yes. So data structure is very important, or rather, it is vital if you want to build something like from scratch, and even if you just want to like crack some interviews. So data structure is like the most favorite subject of like all interviewers.
Yes. Along with, there are some questions from like OS, uh, operating systems, or object oriented programming, or computer networks, all those DBMS. But data structures is the key, where for all coding rounds, there will be definitely data structure. Let's say companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Capgemini, these take very basic data structures, array, list, or linked list, uh, tag queue. But some top end companies like Fang, or uh, huge companies, they definitely uh, focus more on graph, tree, all those complex data structures uh, very much. So if you want to crack any high level interview, do start studying data structures from like third year. Maybe before that. Depends upon you.
Even I feel that for our batch, the awareness was not there for like competitive coding or data
Yes.
structures. Nowadays, the awareness is like students even from first year itself start like competitive coding and data structures. But like we were like very cool at that time.
Yes, yes. I remember this. We basically were not taught, like, we were not introduced to competitive coding anyhow
Yes,
throughout, like,
definitely.
until we directly sat for placements. So, but a few months before that, I remember I had written this mail to our HOD that there should be competitive coding introduced to our batch, and there should be specific lectures allocated just for competitive coding, so that people can go to labs and start coding, start through this, or there can be someone to guide us. I never pursued that, and even I don't think college pursued that for us. But yes, just after that, for the last semester, we were forced to do internship, project, two subjects, and pass those subjects also. But it was a very like chaotic process, because we were doing internship with Persistent for like 6 months entirely. That was easy stuff, but still some had to go through very rigorous internship. And parallelly, we were doing our mega project uh, for the computer science, entire the whole mega project of engineering that we have to submit. What project did you do uh, in final semester?
In final semester, like we did the project of online proctoring system
Hmm.
for like since there was lockdown and also everything was going online, especially exams. So
Yeah.
in order to like track the candidate,
Monitor the
to
candidate.
basically monitor like supervise the candidate whether he or she is doing any malpractice or so.
Okay.
So we designed that project.
Hmm.
We used Python for that and machine learning.
Yeah.
So we developed a standalone like a computer program for
Okay.
Windows,
Mm-hmm.
which were like using the webcam of the laptop
Hmm.
to like take a continuous video of the candidate, and using libraries for like image processing and all. So we trained a very basic model for that
Okay.
to find out whether the candidate is like looking away from the screen or like
Okay.
using a phone.
Hmm. Nice. But was it implemented till the execution level?
Yes, it was like fully functional
Oh, nice.
till
Nice, nice. But you might have used these libraries pre-existing for Python. This was entirely, I assume, was done in Python.
yes. It was like done fully in Python. Even for the graphical user interface, we used a library of Python,
Okay.
and we use like a commonly used machine learning libraries like OpenCV and dlib.
You have pretty much interest in full stack development. Any specific advice you would like to give to the listeners who would want to be a software developers in future, product developers basically, and follow the full stack journey? So, would you like to explain in short, in a minute or two, about full stack development?
Full stack development is like basically everything you need to do to create a fully functional product
Right from scratch.
right from scratch. Like it includes all backend, front end.
Yeah, connecting those, showing it
Yes.
on customer side, use background, admin side, all those things.
So for that, like you need to have like very good understanding of data structures. Even you need to have some knowledge of system design.
Of course. Okay. Moving on, you cracked one of the toughest interviews for Persistent. For our batch, it was one of the toughest companies to get into. And I guess you got into Infosys too, right?
No, like earlier I had given the TCS Code Vita
Oh, okay,
competition was there. So I got selected into TCS also, but I chose to
Go with Persistent Systems.
yes.
Yeah, great. How is the experience working for a MNC like Persistent?
The experience is the experience so far is very smooth.
Okay. And what do you think, like the whole training period or the first 6 months being in the company, how was it?
Actually, since we started in personal system as an intern, there were 6 months of internship.
Yeah.
So like it was like the internship was like
Simple.
very simple and basic. So like they gave us training on like a technology for like around 2 months.
Yeah.
That too on a very moderate level. And after that, like we did a mini project as such in
Yes.
a group of like 5-6 people.
Yes.
And after that, since our real project started, it was like already 6 months.
Into the company. Yeah, along with academics and the way I know you through this last 3-4 years, you have been a very the entire profile of your Instagram is filled with photos. You follow photography as a hobby. How is it like? Do you go on trips just to click photos, or
I am not like a very serious photographer as such. Like in our day-to-day life, like when I see some like photogenic subjects or so, then I
Yeah.
click like some random abstract photos.
any any motivation do you have, like everyone follows this uh, routine of getting up, going to office, working around, or uh, like doing studies, keeping on improving yourself? So that's everyone does something day in day out. What is your like motivation to wake up every day and go through the entire process?
The motivation is like very simple. Like the motivation that I have is like I have read like someone's quote that you don't need to do different things, but like do the little things differently.
Okay.
So even if you get 1% better,
Yeah.
you will end up being like
If you are consistent enough, you'll end up being way far ahead from the people who are not
yes, you would
consistent.
have ever imagined.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Great. It was amazing talking with you, going through like the entire engineering process again. And you and me, we were in the same engineering college and we are working in the same company. But today we are meeting after like 2.5 years.
Yes, easily.
Easily. But being in the same company, we are meeting like after 2.5 years. So this is what lockdown has done. This is what COVID has
It has
done.
like changed our lives forever.
Yeah, yeah. But it's good to meet people and get to know them back from college days, get to know these experiences all throughout. Hopefully, companies will start soon and we'll be able to go back to our company that we have never seen working for it. So yeah, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here.
And thank you for giving me this opportunity to like express my thoughts.
Of course, of course. Thank you everyone for listening to the entire podcast. Keep on listening to Unboxing Stories.